Okay,
That's good.
Good.
I don't know if you want this. This is for the coastal boardman. This is kind of this is. This is just other option as to. I don't know, I really want to start advertising in my heart of cabinet. I don't.
I have all that.
But you have all this stuff. Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Larry. Have a good vacation.
Very much.
Lori, I left on your desk a notice, public hearing notice.
Oh,
You
that
can
came
sign
from
it.
you. Oh, I thought it was you. Yeah.
I put it, yeah, that was me, and that's why it's in my folder. If you can put it back in my folder.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is that anything I should know? What's a public hearing?
You're gonna be at public hearing.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Which one is it?
What's up? Land use code. The date is blank. I just needed her to sign it.
Oh.
She's leaving
Oh,
and no one else
I
can sign.
did Googling about it. Was this for clerk? Yeah.
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 It was a last minute ad.
It was a last minute because she's gonna be gone next week.
we didn't, like, we knew you couldn't get here.
Yeah. I just Googled. I was Googling stuff on required.
She couldn't come next week and I
Something came up
didn't
then.
couldn't take time
For
away
example,
from.
some towns, they
Hearing.
only require the person to be a resident of the county or an adjoining county. Future town
Oh,
clerk.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't know.
Or slash not elected under that discussion.
Oh, yeah, that's always.
Adrian technically was out of compliance. She right outside.
But we could pass
Resolution.
no, sometimes, but
Any mandate on the
Didn't
deputy
you
clerk?
say or neighboring
couldn't
county?
find one.
Yeah.
That's why I can't find
Did
it.
you say neighbor?
Neighboring county. Yeah, so we would have to just.
We can bring her.
Come on in, buddy.
Yeah.
You
just-
can't solve that shit.
What's that?
Oh,
No,
You rejected the other ones. You don't get a second try.
Like, she's like, if you're trying to do this.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, I thought you said, throw me your notes.
Kindergarten class, so during the iPads, I was like touching the screen, I'm like. This worked, I hit it on, I'm like, oh.
Did you look at it last night? How did it work?
Well, I just, it's with the free version, it's like the most pared down, I used it with the first steps. And it does pretty well. And if everyone's on the.
We'll put up a sign. At church, your own dress.
Right. Okay.
Adrian, are you sleeping?
Sitting in timeout.
No,
You're the guilty one that filled us up full of sugar,
Oh.
but it was, and it was appreciated. Come on.
Figured you would need something.
You're gonna be in timeout, turn toward the wall.
All of these. Or do I pass it around?
Yeah.
No, it's all over.
Go for it.
Emily gets the credit for.
We have the copy. I did ask for
The
it.
behind maintenance.
I usually don't have any, but I had one piece, thank you.
Yeah, spreadsheets that don't fit in the binder.
You just have to fold it over and it will be okay.
First, weren't
Thank
they in his non-white folder, now you know. But last week, weren't they pre-folded?
You know, and every week I feel that you're gaining more skills. Hold those papers on.
You know, if you miss it, you told me high maintenance. Oh, you know. Yeah.
I couldn't be a teacher for anything in the world.
Jason, does that note taking thing work?
Yes.
Look really good?
It's better if like everyone has their own. So the names.
I have it on.
Oh, does it filter out
Like if everyone was on their own.
copy over each
Yeah.
other?
I understand that this only has black and white print on it.
Okay.
I
Mine had red.
apologize for
It had
that.
That's all health.
Red.
It's red.
That's what I mean, just the red and the black on the white. I'm sorry, it's not more
Well,
colorful.
I'm not complaining about it, I'm just complaining that it wasn't pre-folded. This looks like vinyl.
Well, that, I thought we were past that.
That's the old dot matrix printer.
See, so if you lay it down,
Well, I had to get them.
okay? And then you only wanna fold like to here,
Okay.
Where?
How do you do that?
Where do you fold to?
okay?
How do you do that?
Right before those holes, will be okay.
Why are we folding?
Origami.
So it'll fit in the,
Oh,
So it fits in their little
I
binder.
know it was like to read it. I can figure out how to fold it.
Was this specifically for me?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't, okay,
She didn't want one.
I don't really,
You,
Jeremy wanted you to have one.
Okay.
So he asked for an extra.
thank you.
comes with strings.
yes.
Everything down here.
You're gonna have to do something because of that, but sorry.
I'm guessing we're
Recreation
starting
concessions.
with.
I'm already liking some of the lines here.
Cause he definitely does not want to stick around for all the rest of
I
it.
don't blame him a bit.
I already said that
Oh,
when
I
I
missed
walked
it.
in.
Oh, so-
You have the hood.
Oh, you don't know. Okay. Let's say 2 things.
All right, well,
But-
where are we starting for you?
Then in the rest of your folder, section 1, page 34. They're all gonna be together, so I'm gonna have to find out which department they wanna start with.
Searching for somebody, anybody guess how?
Looks like it's gonna be
I don't like-
36.
I can only consolidate the info so much.
Why 36?
Bottom of 36, if we're starting with Craigwood.
Oh, we are, okay.
Well, 34 has Craigling.
Yeah. 34 is. Our district. Yeah.
That's all like the pro shop part of it.
It's just the revenue,
Yep,
the expenses start on 36.
Yeah, I guess who else doesn't want to talk about it?
We're just doing, we're doing those.
So capital request line for Craigwood. I'm not sure on your sheet what,
let's see.
Where are we?
Well, I was gonna start on the first line, third Craigwood is personal services. And it actually goes down.
Right.
Yeah. So it's Fagenstein,
Right after toboggan.
regular golf course.
you know, but they're looking at something different than. what-
Okay, so you want us to go to something
You want us to
specific?
do something over here?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
so this is what I had submitted.
Oh, okay.
And I'd asked Amy to print it out because there's a narrative,
Okay,
which we were asked to provide on any of the adjustment lines.
okay, because there's a lot.
And Willis sent in the capital request line,
Yes.
which was emailed to everybody.
Yep,
Yes.
So wanted whatever I get, I don't know how you normally do the budgets, the first one for me, but so my assumption would be the question is are there questions on Willis's submitted list for capital?
yeah, let's take a look. here.
Or where's Willis's list, Amy? Where's Willis's list in here?
I guess I didn't know.
Well, it's not in there, he emailed it, but
Oh, I thought you put it.
it's, go to 1350 department, it's on page 36.
Yeah, got it.
Scoot down about halfway through that section, you'll see Craigwood equipment and capital outlay,
Yeah.
that's the line we're on.
Okay.
I see
So
equipment rental.
160,000.
Oh, yeah.
Equipment rental,
Halfway done.
I think what I better do,
625.
I better run in, I'll do the search for Willis's.
Yeah.
And I'll print copies because
Okay, you're, good idea.
what we're gonna get into, we're gonna listen to Willis on what's imperative that he has. That's it.
Make copies soon.
There's well,
Because this one seems to
Half
have the
of it.
most increases.
there's,
But we see an increase here. The request 60, that doesn't account for this plus whatever 3%. That this is just, this must be another person. And then the 3% is added in
This,
afterwards.
all the wages are going to include the 3%.
They do automatically.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So if it's over that, we can assume that it's,
None of the person includes any additional ways to be put in,
right,
but they all include
okay,
this 3%.
okay, good, thank you. Getting warmed up over there, Willis? or-
I'm warm now. It was a cold day out there today.
Boy.
It was blowing out the water line, it was very cold. Really afternoon when the sun came out.
Do you borrow a compressor from the village? Yeah,
We still have.
yeah, that's good.
We'll go over to the morning and then we'll be done.
Yeah. Do you feel you get it up pretty good? Much settling going on?
we get it.
Yeah,
We'll go around and do a little wide range again.
Yeah.
Find this one, this is a reimbursement request.
Well, the first thing this morning.
Any special date?
Who's theirs?
Thank you, sir.
you got your own equipment at home, do you?
I don't understand what any of this is. So I'm like, just.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Now we can start on,
Well, I was gonna ask Amy, so when I look at that line that you just pointed out. Which is the budget for 25 was 37.6, right?
Yes.
And this year's request is 160.
Mhm.
Is that based on this?
yes.
Okay, that's what I just wanna make sure. Made it in the budget. Just not the narrative.
We're not looking to bond any of this, we're looking to have it.
Well, first of all, I think because Willis is here, I think we should hear the importance of first thing, because when this comes to us as the open wish list, there's things he's gotta have, and there's things he's hoping for. And for Willis's benefit, I want you to know, Willis, right off the bat, you're the third session that we've started with budget. We are $1.5 million behind right now.
Right.
Okay, so I don't wanna paint a gloom and doom picture for you, but it will save us time if you understand. The best thing you can do for us is tell us what's imperative here, and if we find extra money, what you'd like. Cause I know there's gotta be a couple things in here that are.
Great.
Yeah. Good. With that, should I let Willis
Sure.
take it?
Go for it. Well, I think, like we talked about last year with the bunker rake at the beach, or the rake at the beach that, the bunker rake, but the rake at the beach, but that is a 2003. And I went up and checked it out and started it up and it runs, but it's
It's rough.
probably on its way up. Yeah, it sounds pretty rough. That being said, I think if we get a new one, then ours, which is in decent shape, can go up to the beach. And we avoid trying to find parts for a 2003. Toro Sandbridge.
Yeah,
I don't, quite frankly, I believe they don't make that model anymore. That would be number one on our list. Not that ours is bad, but it would benefit the beach to have that one and. You know, we would both be good for a number of years.
tell me about the two we have now. Are they the same chassis? Can we save the oldest one for parts?
No,
No,
it's a different one.
One's
That's
a
a Toro
Sandbro.
and ours is a Smithco.
okay.
And as far as, I'd also like to hear from you, if you do have any preference on, I mean, obviously, you know, if you're replacing a Toro, but do you have any preference on the brands?
I do not really.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind trying John Deere. I think they make good equipment. As you've seen, we've had numerous John Deere tractors and Gators over the years and they're very reliable.
Okay.
I mean, the old tractor we have. Gone from here, the horse show, the Craigwood, we bought that when. I first started. So that's, 35 years and still running. So, I do not have a preference. We've had all three models and, you know, they've all run very well for us.
All right,
The green roller, that is a 2009. We've had to do some repairs over our Jacobson green roller over the last few years. It has roughly about 2,500 hours on it. We only do that 3, maybe 4 days a week. It's still running fine, but if I were to prioritize, I would prefer the bunker rake. You know, to benefit the beach as well, but, you know, I'll say bunker rake and new roller are like 1 and 1A.
okay,
And as far as the roller, we definitely stick with the one we have now, the same model. It's Jacobson.
And they still do make it.
Well, no, the Jacobson, yeah, no, we get it through John Deere. Yeah, they still make it. It's actually the John Deere, but it's a true turf, true John Deere.
Is there anything else to it for the 11 grand difference?
Yeah, I can say, that's quite.
Well, the one Jacobson one is a bigger roller, heavier steering wheel. Your own trailer, where the true turf, you pull like the hitch up and over, and it lifts the roller off the ground,
Right.
so the wheels,
Okay.
and then you hook. to the
so if you don't have Beanie, you need the bigger one.
Jason won't be rolling greens for us. So, yes, as far as the roller goes, I would prefer the same model we have now. That's been a good roller for us, and, you know, I mean, clearly. With the price difference on. You know, the Jacobson is 28,000, the roller is 18, so, I would lean definitely towards the John Deere for 17,750 as opposed to the Toro Williams.
Okay.
I don't know anybody that has a Toro, in any of our association, if you will, and. Most of them will swear by the true turf through John Deere.
Okay,
As far as the stump grinder goes, that's an attachment for the vent rack, which was just a little bit of added extra. We certainly could use it out at Craigwood, opposed to driving the back wall of the golf course, you know. Much less maintenance as far as cleaning up afterwards. You know, it also could be used at the cemetery if necessary.
yep,
Highway doesn't already have a stump garden? We own stump garden?
they dig everything.
Okay.
Well, they have something on track, so. Not as
Yeah.
messy, but. Other than that, those are just two, the big food taken items.
Yeah, that number is not going to be correct in there.
Okay. In the future, is it possible to separate out equipment and capital? We
Sure.
we had the discussion, anything over, what, $10,000 is
We
capital?
can- We can make
Just a
any
question.
object codes that you want, so yes, we can have. it.
Willis, do we have anywhere for a sod farm? Didn't you used to steal stuff like at the end of one there, or,
We've cut some out of the old driver ranch down on that little hole.
yeah,
We've cut some behind 15 Green.
but when you need it, it's more than we can supply.
Yeah, well, but yeah, what I've got listed here, that's quite a bit. And I
Yeah,
mean, if we were doing something small, yeah, we could
Yeah.
cut some there. I mean, that's something we could work on up.
do you have a
behind
sod
the
cutter?
driver. Yes, we do.
Okay. So at over 4,000 square foot of T-sod, is that the driving range that you were talking about?
No, I was going to seed that. It's for new tees on 10, 11, 14, 15, and then the new tee that Eric wants to build on the old driving range.
So not just new sod, building new tees.
Yeah.
What would they be, all forward tees?
Yeah, it'd be all forward. They're all relatively small. Like 20 by 30.
Yeah, there's a need for it, huh? All those new tees?
I mean, it's not pressing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
slow the conversation down, but, and I don't golf as much. But has there been like sort of over time, like shifting of teams to kind of change up the course? Kind of refresh it? Is that a thing?
Once they're built, they stay.
Cool. So there's no like sort of
You
clear
don't-
intention to
yeah,
kind of, like shift things to kind of.
You don't move them because they're all elevated, they're all raised.
Oh,
Takes fill. and
Remove the
then-
holes.
There is movement as golfers get older.
It's a matter of range, but they don't, there's no like plan from the town to kind of like shift.
Team artist.
Fees, but. Yeah, but you know, I know what you're saying and know that's an expense. It's expensive, change to make up of the whole.
Yeah.
So all these little things that, like you say, the big things are the equipment. I mean, top dressing, that gets expensive. It's gotta be pretty fine stuff.
Not bad, no, I mean, we're not going to Canada, and let's say we're
Yeah.
much money.
It's a big difference between what Willis would need and what Fields needs, that's
Right.
30 acres.
Yeah.
To cover.
Willis, let's talk a minute about flowers, because this is confusion for all of us.
Yeah.
And I wanna understand, in my mind, all the cost of flowers should be in Sharice's budget, not out of yours. So I'm confused how all of a sudden the cost of flowers has come into Craigwood. But apparently
Or are you
it's not.
asking for additional money?
No, I had talked to her about. Where, like, some of the flowers or flowers come out of my budget. And as I understood it. Some of it did, some of it didn't. So two.
No, well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see any, I've explained.
Well, right,
So for everyone's benefit, and I explained this to Eric, I had not seen anything from Sharice or beautification. The first half of the year. I just got one for the fall for I think 1,300 and change, which was for mums and pumpkins and stuff like that. So.
Just so you know, Willis, all of beautification is on Sharice. She presents a budget to us for the cost of all those flowers.
Right.
Now I'm turning around and gonna take it out of your budget and,
That I did not know,
yeah.
and.
And if, in fact, I'm asking the rest of the board, any of you are under a different impression?
No.
I wanna say there may have been some sort of discussion at some point charging. Departments some of the flowers, but I don't know how,
Yeah.
I can't say with, but
Yeah.
I can understand where she may have that impression.
I only wanna see the cost of flowers. One department. Yeah. This is outright lying to us.
I guess how would Willis move forward with that? Like, do you have?
Don't worry about it, coming out of your budget.
What do you have any say as what the? What I like to hear? I don't know.
Roll your dice and throw out another one.
We want Willis to make a decision on pansies versus.
Yes, does he have like any say on that?
I think rye versus whatever.
As far as grass seed goes, yeah. I say, flower exactly what I want, I say, you're the flower person, not me, you know. And she does a good job of what
Oh,
she picks. and-
No question, it's just that I can't chase money in 6 different departments.
Yeah.
Of all the big, how many machines are on here?
Two.
Just two.
Well.
Well,
we
it's not
can
bad.
do something.
Between the two, which one's your priority?
Oh, right. To benefit, yeah, be the rate, I mean, you know, because if that goes down, then.
Nothing. Can you charge
Way
Miller
to
for it?
break the sand, so.
That makes sense.
Half of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe even in this regard to get the second, we could even get a quarter out of the village. Because it's taking an older one, fixing it. Might be some discussion there.
Very little.
I'm sure, but just tossing it out.
Basic idea where we're at with our leasing plan. Is anything big coming up in front of us like next year?
No.
And I don't, I mean, this is only.
He has it on
The
the.
bottom of the
last page, a little flowers. He stopped at flowers, trust me.
Yeah,
Stopped at flowers.
yeah, yeah. Okay, that's good. All right, so just for giggles then, if we're doing the bunker rate, how do people feel about greens roller so far? The greens roller could make it another year.
It could.
Yeah,
What's the,
I'm just asking you so that when we get to that,
Nitty
the
gritty.
nitty gritty.
Oh, I know my other question. What do you think the trade-in value is on the bunker rig? And on the greens roller?
well, I think you could have shipped one of the old
The
one.
old bunker rate, that won't be worth anything.
Yeah, probably just, done in scrap.
But it says I'm waiting on a trade-in value.
Oh, no, that,
Yeah.
was that?
Haven't
well,
done
That isn't a-
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
But
Neither one.
minimum,
None of them have gotten back, I mean, sometimes salesmen can be.
but it's not gonna be substantial to offset these costs, like $2,000.
I'm guessing if it was going to be something they wanted to take in on
Actually,
trade.
one guy from
Yeah,
MTD, which is the higher end of the,
I mean, certainly the one that's at the beach right now, that's a 2003.
3,000
That's
for both. Which would be the roller and the bunker rig, but we're not buying a roller from him because he's selling a $28,000 roller, right? So we have to trade both those in and buy his roller and a bunker rig. Get $2,000 off, which. It's not gonna happen.
so it's not gonna offset the cost of it.
I mean, I'll reach out to the other two guys and see if they can,
Is there any situation with, we were getting there with, availability at all?
No, any of those units will be readily available. by
Couple months or whatever.
I mean, we can, like, usually if you approve it, and then after the first of the year, I can. Put in a request for the purchase order or whatever, and then we'll move over that and send it to them, and then they'll get it in the works.
Okay, so we've covered equipment. Anything to discuss? Personnel, size of your crew, returning, leaving, anything that we need to be concerned with?
No, the size is pretty much gonna stay the same.
But do you see that the request goes down? Do we know
It's just split up differently.
Yes.
in what way?
What number are we on?
Look at,
Well, personnel services at the top.
So remember that we split out pro
we
shop
split to the pro
from,
shop, so you've got. 6,
It's increased, we split it out and it's increased.
No, it's decreased, and the 25 budget was 254.
Oh, once again.
Like 20,000.
okay, and if
That's up
you
to
look at the pro shop went from 33 to 60,
What line is pro shop?
Third one
the
down.
third one down, they're all right together.
Oh, they're in the same section, okay.
Okay,
So one dropped 20 and the other one went up almost 30.
Never mind,
Right.
take it back.
right,
so they've got the same 3% that
Yeah,
Yeah,
was across the board.
so same staffing levels with a
Yeah.
3% increase.
We give our 3% to seasonal?
Ooh, we haven't talked about that yet.
No,
no,
and we haven't talked about what seasonals are, and I haven't been a part of the discussion on what staff is either.
right.
But we, as a board, have talked about a 3% increase to all staff, but not to seasonals. I'm assuming it's not in
Right, but there
the.
was some discussion on equalization.
Oh, right, which we haven't even brought up yet. About some equalization across the board on seasonal, like between.
No, on full time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause we're on seasonal,
Seasonal
we're good,
both.
we're either at 23 or 2050, correct?
No, it was on full-time staff.
Yes.
Right, full-time seasonal too.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah, well, no, you're right. Full-time staff is where I wanted
The equalization.
equalization. Yeah,
Yes, because seasonal is either at 2050 or 23,
so that's right.
one or the other.
Correct,
Yeah,
right.
No one should be varied from that.
Right.
Correct.
Except unless you were higher up in something, or you were in Camp Placid. Basically, if you're Alicia Jim or a Camp Placid counselor, you should have been 2050 or 23.
Correct.
Yeah,
But there is some variation that doesn't make sense within full-time.
Within full-time status.
one other thing, we still continue with the maintenance policy to turn on the pumps and that stuff. Don't we still have somebody come that opens you up and shuts you down?
Yeah.
At some point, we should have the expertise to do that ourselves, at least I'm assuming. Originally, we thought we'd use 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
once those new pumps were put on, so we know how to. Stuff, is that fair to say?
It's fair to say, I did speak with, Adam Height of High Peaks Plumbing and Heating.
Yeah.
He did. Say he could take a look at it and it would probably at least be a cheaper avenue as opposed to having this gentleman from Connecticut.
Right, because don't we
His
pay
clock started-
$1,500 each time he
I
comes?
think it was, well, last year it ran like $12.50.
Yeah, okay,
But,
yeah,
You know.
yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
certainly not a mandate, Willis, I'm just saying, like, you take
No,
a guy like Matt. Or 2 of them that stay with this guy, spring and fall, and then the year after, we save,
Yeah, we end up.
you
saving
know,
quite a bit.
$2,500 to $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Adam could save us some of it.
I think Adam will do it. I spoke to him briefly about it, but, I can get him out there
yeah,
and have him look at it, for sure, definitely, I'm all on board with saving money like that. I mean,
well, and it just gives you
I like
leeway
that
for
guy,
something
he's
that-
really good at what he does, but when his clock starts, when he gets in his truck and leaves Connecticut.
Right.
I mean, that's just not. Financially possible per se.
Right,
Especially at $350 an hour.
yeah,
He really, again, he's really good at what he does.
I know,
Yeah.
I quit having to work for that guy now. 350 now.
all right, what else should we cover with Willis?
I don't know, I had already gone over what I had put in, as the like line adjustment requests.
How about vehicles, like, do we need tires on anything, or have you talked about any of those? Maintenance issues, or no, let me ask it a different way. What's in here for budget for like those unexpected? Whether it's pro shop, maintenance, or,
Well.
do we have a line that for unexpected things?
No, I mean, I don't think there's a slush fund line. But I did put in for increases on some of the individual line items.
Yeah.
And that's where I'll reference this one because what I had submitted had a narrative, Kathy has to submit a narrative to the right-hand side. And I don't think anybody's seen that, so that's why I had, yeah. Which.
So if I go
But
to grounds repair
Yeah, something like
and
that.
maintenance.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I see, where our actual right now is 48,000, but you're only asking for 25,000. But I've got $4,300 in there for sod and new tees and stuff. That,
because that's how it's, right, that's just how the lines are broken out, so in
Yeah.
capital, some of that, I mean, I think those things too, I don't know. How Kathy did it last year, but I don't know where the pipe and the repairs for the 16. Went, if it was in that grounds repair line,
so you just have
She told
less
me-
on your list.
When
with
I
the-
asked about that, she told me that the pipe and the stone were coming out of grounds.
Okay,
So all the pipe
and
and
this,
the boxes and the stone would come out of ground.
yeah, and this is what's challenging about this that I found is that she put a lot of things that were capital outlay into individual.
I gotcha.
Line items, and there's
Okay.
no way to track it from year to year, what's really needed or actual. As in ongoing maintenance versus capital repair.
As long as Willis feels safe at 25,000, then
I mean, historically, other than this year.
it's right on.
It's pretty
Yeah.
damn
Correct,
close.
which
Yeah.
is why we said if you took out the
Right.
16 repair
Right.
costs, 25
Yep, fair enough.
was reasonable.
Reason, I hate to ask when something goes down, but. Gas and diesel,
Yeah.
this year's budget was 20, actual in 24 was 22, and this year the request is 15.
We got some electric carts in there and cars.
Well, we haven't
Electricity
been
truck.
building the trucks up at Craigwood since January.
You go to
You
the
go to the
highway.
highway, so that's why that is a
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah,
Perfect.
And
Okay.
last year, we were probably over due to the fact that we were only getting filled up at the clubhouse once every 2 weeks.
right.
So we had to fill up the carts 2 or 3 times out at Craigwood, and then we said, well, let's just switch it over to once a week at the clubhouse.
Yeah,
So therefore,
So I guess I also, I don't understand where it went down as a request. I didn't ask for it to go down. How did it go down? It's still listed at 20.
No. Oh, I see, that's the point of 15, oh, I got you.
It's, you didn't put anything.
As an adjustment, right? So it would be what it was this year. I only asked requests for things that were going up. I didn't ask for to have money come out of the budget.
So anything that didn't get requested,
Would stay the same.
It
just
would stay the same.
Yeah, but I think she's also
not,
looking at,
not necessarily,
right,
Cause you didn't need it.
not necessarily, it wasn't needed.
because if you're looking at,
And that doesn't make sense. I have a budget of 20,000 this year. Why would I expect that? it would
Well,
go
the
down?
actual
Because
is
you
something.
going
Because
because she spent 9,500.
because you're looking, because your actual's gone down that much, she's splitting, basically splitting the difference.
If you don't
So-
spend it, you lose it.
Yeah,
Which.
Which is not
which I-
something we
many-
really wanna do.
Which is not something we would want to
Yeah,
do. Like, I can't
Don't wanna
I
encourage.
can't manage a budget if you just take money away because it wasn't spent full in one year. That may be because, as Willis is saying, I've spent more money in one area, less money in another. So if you're taking money out of the budget itself, the bottom line, you can't operate with less money.
So you're saying you would like it to remain same for the Parks Department? Unless you say something and like you give a.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't ask for a reduction or expect it.
But with
I'll just say-
exclamation just now, there will be a reduction.
Yeah, in that
In
particular
that
line.
particular line.
In that particular
But
line.
yes, if you wanna look through all
But-
those other
But
lines.
so I guess my question is. But how is Shannon doing? Is Shannon not coming back to say that these Craigwood vehicles should be charged the gas? In that line? I don't know how Kathy was doing that.
does she, I mean.
Did highway just all of a sudden start paying for all the gas for Craigwood and for showgrounds? No, she should
We
be
haven't
billing
gotten
it
to
back to
highway
the
yet.
budget.
it is.
Then
Right.
that,
I see what he's saying,
Right, yeah.
whatever trucks that we
Like
fill
the
up in
flowers.
there.
right,
Right, I mean, is that being tracked, so it still comes out of our budget?
right.
Right.
Just because you're
Right,
picking it up
absolutely.
in a new location.
When she builds out fuel through the tanks.
Yeah,
Is that allocated to the different departments? Monthly,
Yes.
bi-monthly?
yeah, what do you got, a
Monthly.
code?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, we have to-
But I mean, is she putting it out?
Your birthday did, and then.
Yes.
Okay, because if she's not doing it every month, we
Pump
may
number,
see
then
a
your
pump.
birthday.
Whatever code gives you the gas, she'll have it on Park District, I'm sure.
Which is
But
philosophically.
then it should be back in.
That's
the-
right.
Yeah, it should be.
so what I'm saying, so you only see 9,000. I'm saying Shannon's not charging our budget for the gas that she should.
But philosophically, just don't.
So
adjust
actually,
it
that should go back
unless
to 20.
requested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if she is.
Well, not
Yeah.
philosophically,
Well, I
the
know it's-
number should be.
Because,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting charged every month for gas.
Yeah.
On Shannon's invoices.
and
Oh,
Oh,
it
Park District is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but where is
Okay.
it on here?
That's the question.
should be in the fuel.
So if that's true, that if that 9,000 change is true, then you don't need the money.
Then you're doing 20,000.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you, but in this particular line,
But we don't really know.
No.
So it's like
Well,
just
we should
leave it and then have the process be correct.
how much do we have to put off the budget?
Amy said.
I mean, I really do know,
Yeah, she's saying the process.
because
is
I
correct.
just did the fuel bill.
No, I'm not questioning,
Right.
I'm not questioning you. No, I'm not questioning you. I'd love to, but I'm not.
Smart.
No, you said.
I hope you're not questioning Shannon, because that would probably worse than questioning her.
I knew I was
Because-
Shannon.
If they were, if Shannon was sitting where you are, I would say, between the two of them, no.
But I do know that there's an average of 68 cents a gallon difference.
Yes.
Between Craigwood and
that's
the
what I-
fuel pump.
Yeah, because we
Which
don't,
is why they should go to the fuel.
Correct.
right,
Yeah.
because we
And of
don't.
course, you know why? Because bulk deliveries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we want you to go to the fuel.
Yeah,
pump.
that's the thing.
so
For right.
another line item that has remained the same, I think, for a few years now, under building repairs and maintenance, that $14,000. Originally, that was like for decking material, and we just never get to it, and when there's bad boards, you guys replace them.
Gave you more there.
Well. I.
Unless you allocated that for something specific. See, that 14,000 has been carried over for at least 2 years now.
Well, no,
So
no,
I put 14.
Yeah, Jeremy put 14.
I put 14 in.
It's funny, because
So
14
I'm
has
looking-
haunted me.
Yeah, I've looked at, so I looked at the 3-year averages. And also had a conversation with Kathy to understand that out of buildings repair and maintenance, those really should be broken out into 2 separate lines. Because if she was putting things like Henry's, the pesticide control.
Probably even kitchen
Septic,
repairs.
Yeah,
Degree
she was putting all of
Yeah.
those things in that line.
Pest control, Mark Money and Jerry Sport.
And here's the problem with doing that. Then we don't actually know, we have to track month by month what the monthly bill
Right.
is going to be, know what the annual is on it, subtract it from that line, so Willis knows that he only has really. Not $14,000 to make repairs on the building, he only has like 6.
Right,
Okay, those 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys.
Hmm.
Jerry Sport being the most expensive,
sure.
total $6,741.44.
Okay.
That's done every year.
Right,
Out of a
From
$10,000
septic
budget.
To the grease trap, to Bulldog coming and cleaning the hood. Eliminator pest control, which is $100 a month. Mark Money and Jerry Sport, Jerry being $3,091.
What is Jerry doing? Carpet cleaning?
For carpets, top and bottom, and then the kitchen tile floor, and then the floor out in the big dining room over to the elevator. Which,
well, that's easy
So
now.
it only
Laminate,
yeah,
So it only leaves $4,000 for Willis to do any kind of repairs on the
Right.
building. And this year you've got fascia that needed to be replaced and repaired.
is done.
yeah,
And so
so 14
those
fits.
types of annual things should really be separated
Right,
out
it's
from
like-
from a
Those
maintenance
6 things
repair.
should be a separate line. But,
No, I agree.
And they're an annual cost,
Correct.
yeah, right,
yeah,
I mean, the whole upstairs interior needs to be painted.
right.
And when I asked Kathy about it, she told me that it wasn't coming out of that line. She told me it was coming out of
Consumables?
something else, he told me those were consumables.
What
Oh.
are?
All of those things listed would be consumables, but when I went into the budget and actually searched by the code. On a PDF that was 12,000 pages long,
You found it.
I found them in
You sent me that.
building repair and maintenance.
It's like super fine print, and I went through it to see each, what I had. That for the whole clubhouse building repair.
So we're moving in the right direction.
That, I mean, those 6 things should be, like, I agree with Jeremy, should be a separate item. And.
Yeah, they're like an annual,
Yeah, they're-
like operating.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
year.
Can you make a note for yourselves to communicate with Amy to have that done? Cause I feel like we talk about it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I completely agree with you that I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. It won't happen
No.
immediately.
Yeah,
But just like, we talk about it, cause then you're long enough that our conversation here, this doesn't always translate to.
But I can create as many object codes
yeah,
as you want.
Right.
Um,
but I guess my point
And we
is,
can have definite conversations about what is charged where, so. it's
yeah,
very-
for sure, but I think. What the board has to understand is that you move that object code out, we can't do repairs and maintenance on a building like that for $4,000.
Right.
No,
It's $14,000 for maintenance and repair in the building.
Right.
And then we're gonna need whatever 6,000 or 7,000 for
Right.
the annual.
Right, without.
Annual
doing nothing.
maintenance of, right,
Mhm.
doing the annual maintenance.
As far as the deck goes, it's in decent shape. There are some boards that'll probably need to be replaced next year.
Yeah,
We did get a couple coats of stain on it this year. The big area, we didn't get the other in front of the sliders and then over towards the kitchen, but that wasn't too bad. But that big area was pretty bad. It needed some stain, so we got some stain on it.
good.
Uh,
All right. Anything else for Willis?
So, equipment repairs and maintenance, I'm suggesting 22.5. It's not getting any cheaper to repair older equipment. So just prices of materials, number of machines needing repair,
Yeah.
that goes up. And same thing
You've already
for
spent 20,000.
pesticide and fertilizer, same thing, it's just not getting cheaper. So it's a few $1,000s more than what we had.
So Willis, on that, the pesticide and fertilizer, actual spent to date. It will go up that much by the end of the year?
I have, Amy sent me this today. I've spent 18,689.64 so far,
Okay,
6,310.36. Probably not by the end of the year. I may do some early order to save a little money. But it's possible that I could maybe shift some of that to the parts. Equipment, garage repair, because the plow truck's gonna need some stuff.
Okay.
I think we're good on tires, but John did say it needs hot rod ends or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about volume of pesticides, chemicals. Is there advantage to you and Trent putting your heads together and ordering higher volumes? Does it come back in savings? Is it worth a question to your salesman? Because, it's like, there's 2 golf courses now.
Right, well, so let me just say one thing to that, Willis. So we can't use pesticide out at those fields because the high school uses them. So that's
Like chemicals though,
that's
I
the
mean,
right chemical law that they can't do that. So maybe we could in fertilizer if it were,
Yeah,
the
I don't-
same percentages and ratios.
and I don't even wanna
that.
bring it up if it isn't a reality, but I'm just thinking bigger volumes mean cheaper prices.
Does it store? Well.
Oh, yeah.
You keep it undercover.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you've done
Yeah.
in the past, is
We-
doing a pre-purchase
Yeah.
now at this year's price saves.
Yeah,
it
right.
about-
I don't, as much as he orders for what he needs, I wouldn't order that much granular for what I need. I mean, the 19 that he ordered. Yeah, I could pony in together with him, and I mean, we probably only use 10 bags of that a year.
Okay, so it's.
But if a company is sending 6 tons versus 1 ton of stuff, then we're paying 1 trucking fee. That could save $700, $800.
I mean, if we're ordering that much,
Yeah,
Um,
Well, I guess the point is there a lot of overlap in the stuff you both use?
not really, I don't use that much granular, I mean, like those 10 bags of granular we use mostly for divot mix on the par 3 tees. And some areas, like if we seed an area, it's like a starter fertilizer. So, I mean, I think I still have 3 or 4 bags left.
and it's really just the transportation where we'd save the
Right,
cost.
Right,
As far as,
Or if you're dealing with a certain supplier, manufacturer, whatever, that ships multiple products that overlap, not just a product, but multiple products, it would come on the same truck.
yeah, I mean, I can get granular from pretty much any one of my sales reps.
Right,
I mean, I primarily deal with Target Specialty Products, which is where I get most of the chemicals from.
yeah,
And I usually only do granular on the greens probably once, maybe twice a year,
yeah.
early and then
It
maybe.
just might be worth a conversation, you and Trent.
But we could, we'll have a conversation, maybe, depends on, what.
Yeah.
Type he needs and,
Right,
if we need the same numbers, we could do something.
Or if you talk to, not Jim thought of this, you're buying one product from one company and one product from another company, different products.
Conversation.
But if you say, if you say I'll order it,
we still got more
both of them, whatever.
with Willis.
No, just the email that I sent
Yeah.
about all the rates, which affect revenue and
Yeah.
so.
All right.
But what I was quickly gonna ask, you zeroed out a uniform and clothing allowance.
I didn't.
Well, in 25, there was also zeroed out, so
Yeah.
It was from last year.
I mean, I don't
Right.
necessarily remember Craigwood having a uniform allowance, but at
didn't-
some point it must have,
But
cause it's in
didn't
the
Kathy
24.
put that in paychecks instead? I heard somewhere along the lines that Kathy put that actually in people's paychecks. The
Yeah, it-
$700 was redistributed.
Differently,
Yeah.
I think that's something that we have to talk about separately. We've got
Okay.
that issue in a couple of different departments.
Okay.
They get it paid out or receipts.
Right, oh, what?
Yeah, which,
And so she just
No,
went with the payout because it was easy.
Oh,
yeah,
That
that's,
was-
so that's why it's not showing up on.
That
the-
My
needs to be-
understanding. Kathy
Right.
said to me previously.
Okay.
I remember.
We forgetting anything, Willis?
very good idea on.
Unless you got more questions for me.
No? Thanks for a good year, I can say that.
Yeah, well, so I was gonna say, I heard from multiple people that it was, the course was in amazing shape considering the drought and weather conditions. It was absolutely unbelievable, so good
It's not
job.
over yet.
No,
No,
we're still gonna put it to bed. Yeah, I'm gonna put a spray down tomorrow and.
My clubs are still out, so don't go.
One or two more after that, one more on.
Is it still open?
Left on the green and then the skis and approach.
Yeah.
So after it thaws out tomorrow, I'll. Probably won't be until about 11 o'clock.
Good deal.
But the weekend looks nice. It's supposed to be a 70-degree day in there.
Yeah, 60, mid-60s, upper 60s Saturday and Sunday, so it should be pretty good.
All right, anything else comes up, send it through Jeremy and
Okay. If that's all you got, I'm good with it.
good deal.
Thank you.
I mean, we're not taking you out, but I figured you've done your part, you're
Yeah.
welcome to go.
You gave us explanations and reasons. Thank you.
I mean, if you wanna stay.
Actually, maybe just for entertainment purposes. I like the way you, lay down the law. I didn't think that would be fun. You know, I've got a,
I think Lake Placid Dental has an extra chair for.
Yeah.
You wanna go watch that?
Those are just for meetings.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. everyone.
If we find last night's board meeting entertaining. Send all the recordings to TLC to try to get a reality show. No, no, it's gone.
Oh.
Recording, was it? Was Georgie caught in the recording? I don't know if he was.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
or maybe it was the transcribe that.
Oh, I'm sure that,
Yeah,
I'm
good
sure
job.
the transcriber can pick up
Yeah,
his,
I got it,
his
totally.
flare.
If you wanna know what he
Is that
said,
you, Firefly?
he said it to me like
That's
6
me.
times, so.
Oh.
Plus I've got
It's just,
another voice.
with all their conversation, it's easy, it just sums it up, so I kind of like keep my head on through.
Right.
We're all ears, brother.
So do you wanna go to Craigwood revenue? Is that what you wanna switch to?
Yeah. So I'm gonna hand these out in both because we'll get to Camp Placid maybe not today, but so if you've already seen it previously.
We have to schedule another one.
These go together.
What they do?
One's Camp Placid, one's Craigwood.
Oh,
I sent that to you all previously in email, but
Yeah.
just making sure that you all. Yeah, copies.
So, and this, your increases, are they reflected in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, because we're not,
Potentially.
right, the potential revenue increases come about through
Okay.
these adjustments.
I ask this every time, can you tell me, where non-peak 18-hole greens fees are at other courses in Lake Placid, like what is their rate? Do you have a rough idea?
We did talk about that, didn't I say 50 or 55, still below.
Just a little, I just wanna be just a little bit.
Right, it's just a little bit below.
One week below. Yeah.
But you don't, I noticed that you don't have a price for peak 18-hole, cause you're not changing.
We're
that.
not changing that.
And what is that dollar amount?
80?
I can't remember, I didn't bring that sheet with me.
Wasn't that
My
high?
desk.
I thought 85.
I could break up on a.
Yeah, do you wanna just pull it up? I had it printed off upstairs, but. I
You're
didn't
not
write it down.
proposing to change that.
I'm not proposing to change it, not proposing to
Okay.
change cart fee either.
Why do you want to close memberships at 7-1?
Well, we did this year.
Yeah.
You did this year?
Yeah,
Oh,
which was
sorry.
approved, which was approved.
remember that.
So. After 7/1, once we get in July, the vast majority of people that are purchasing memberships are not from this area.
Right.
Right.
They are folks that are coming up on golf trips that purchase our
For a deal.
membership as a deal, as a
Yeah.
price, because they're playing multiple times instead of paying greens and cart fees,
Okay,
we're throwing money away.
Oh, yeah, no,
So doing that, and what we did this year, and I mentioned this to Emily this morning, what we did this year is because it was new when we did that. If there was a previous member who came in and was like, oh, I didn't get it in time, we gave it to them anyway, which equated to like 15 people. That came in and were like, I've had them in the past, I stayed in Florida longer than I normally do, I just got up here, you mean I can't get, so we gave it to them.
okay.
But for the people from New Jersey, Connecticut, who are just coming up and being like, oh, well, $249, great, I wanna sign up.
I would disagree with losing money,
yeah, no, I.
because if you buy a pass, you're going to play at Craigwood. If you don't, you'll probably play once or twice at Craigwood, and then you'll go to one of the other courses. So I
Except that our greens fees are still cheaper than it is other places, and I
Yeah,
think those people are
right.
still, they
Yeah,
were already,
still.
I think those people were already planning to do that anyway. Yeah.
So my argument is that they would maybe play two, like maybe like, let's hope they play 2 times at Craigwood. And then they move on, which is what we want them to do, because there's already too many people playing at Craigwood.
Correct.
Well, then let's move our rates to $369 and $399.
I'm also okay with that.
And I'm
So
also
like, you don't have to sell, you don't
Well,
have to
let's
sell
go.
none of that.
Right.
I don't know how comfortable I am. No,
And listen,
It's a steal.
But what if we change that? What if we increase it? We keep that if we did decide this, $299.
Yeah.
Till 7/1, and then bump it on 7/2.
Yeah, but you'd have to bump it to like $450 or
I don't
something,
have a problem with that.
but no one is gonna take that.
But no one's gonna take
But
that.
it's just.
It's like not listening it, it's like, just don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
it just muddies the waters. And what I would say is
Blood
that,
pressure, you're.
sure, if you want to really go to,
Okay, girl.
I know we're just throwing numbers here, if you really wanna go to 369. Yes, that will help us reduce our membership down to a more manageable number for the course. But do you really wanna deal with all the people that are gonna complain?
I know.
They're gonna complain if you go up a fricking
I
dollar.
was just gonna say.
Complaints are less passionate or
I'm
not.
still gonna.
They're still bitching.
Correct.
It's less passionate.
But what you saw is that in the $20 increase this year, it did 0 impact. On membership.
Yeah.
0 adjustment. Everyone that complained, they all still came and go.
Because but is this another $20 increase?
Mhm.
Then let's make it just like more than $20 increase, but not
So-
to whatever Rick
but-
said, because.
But what I
I
would say
for
is, but what-
Let's say,
but
oh,
what I-
He's unopposed.
unopposed.
Listen,
but what I would say is
I don't have
that,
the money for signs like Rick over there.
No, he bought 10. He bought 10.
what I would say is there's a tipping.
I'll give you $159.
And I think you go 20 this year, you go 20 next year, you go 20 after, and hopefully that over the next 4 or 5 years, you bring that slowly eats away, that slowly erodes the membership to get down to around 450. That would be the more ideal. I think the last time people tried to manage that and they did a big price increase. Really took it on the chin and it really dropped the membership too low. And then it affected the course. And it's taken a while to get back, and so I feel like. You can go incrementally over time. You take a little bit of frost for it, but slowly over time you start bringing it.
We're a municipal owned golf course. I think we ought not to be exclusive.
Yes.
And we're still.
This is
you don't-
beyond
I
non-exclusive.
understand, and I like.
Golf. I mean, it's like free golf.
Do you know how much it costs for a season membership at the pristine 9 at the club?
How about Elizabethtown Community Golf Course?
$99.
$299.
That's a
Elizabethtown-
9-hole short course.
This
Yeah.
town.
Municipal golf course,
Yeah.
9 hole,
Is that the one where they're like, no one works there?
and it's more expensive than Craigwood.
$400.
You're embarrassingly cheap.
Do they have any
Well,
other options?
I was going to say, we get laughed at. When I'm out on the golf course, they laugh at us.
Right,
Because-
they're like, wow, guys, especially this year, because you're right, the course rate this year, even considering the weather. It was great, so people are literally like, this is a steal, like.
I love when people say to me, you guys must be losing money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Thank you for your tax.
We're municipal, yes.
Yeah, I'm not a golfer, but I keep
So
asking
then-
myself the question, is it a disturb, is our rate to disturb the tax base that are supporting?
It's really cool.
Yep.
What was it said?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Are you suggesting another
Jason.
$10 to 2079?
No, I mean, no, on top of it.
I mean, on top of 269 and 279.
I would,
If you're comfortable with your revenue projections,
of what we have here, yes, 269, and I think our base membership rate will probably stay the same this year.
it's just left around 400,
700,
Yeah.
still 700.
still
So,
700,
so we bump each one of those figures, and
another time.
another 10, just another 10. And you've got a projection over time to get to a certain number. That make it easier for you.
Yeah,
So
but how much
sure
more
it's a
rough
plan.
are you, how much, it just depends on how much you wanna.
If we bump it 10,
Yeah.
yeah, if we bump it 10 more dollars.
So you're saying plus 30.
plus two,
Plus 30 from
Plus
where we are
30,
right now to go
plus
to
30.
279.
and then that gives us to see how things go over time.
I like the 2020. I'm 1 of 5. I like the 2020, like.
Right.
I'm at that point.
And can you explain why we can't track taxpayers versus non-tax?
Well, I think
We
it's
don't-
not necessarily taxpayers, it's like if you're a renter. So, you know what I mean, like, it's like if you're a resident.
I mean, we don't ask, we
That's
don't ask.
fine, but if I come down to Montreal. Well, if you're paying taxes on something, you're contributing to the golf course. We can take his opinion.
No, you would agree with that.
Yeah, but if you're just coming in here and you're paying $269, why should you as a taxpayer pay the same rate that I do?
There's nothing in the system that says you're a taxpayer versus not.
What's the system?
How do you?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you, like, you're saying two rates, like a resident
yeah.
rate, or a taxpayer rate.
We talked about this last year.
Well, that's a resident,
So.
Taxpayer rate.
maybe a year on resident, this week.
Renters.
Primary resident.
How do you operation?
How do you?
When somebody purchases a membership online, how do you determine whether or not someone's an actual taxpayer or not?
There's no way to
Put it
actually
in
How
there.
do you do that?
Then they're.
Yeah, but if they're a second homer and they decide to put in their New Jersey address, then
That's fine, they go to hell later on.
Yeah, I think
there's.
I think there's some merit to this.
I think
approach.
it's a lot
But
of.
there's
a lot of
also
trust.
nothing in the system that would say because an address in the system.
Yeah.
That actually is accurate or true.
No, it would literally just be on faith, it'd be like,
It would
are
be
you a
on-
taxpayer resident, and you, so if you're a taxpayer resident, you're paying $299, $269.
Right.
And if you are not a taxpayer resident and you want a membership, you're paying $550.
And how,
But I don't know what that, so I don't know where you're going with that.
Showing.
You get it in,
No, it's more revenue.
I know, I see where you're
It's
going.
more revenue and probably the biggest complaint I hear is the local person that says, I deserve a lower rate. Why does this French speaking Canadian
Well, gee,
pay the same rate as me? They're not, because,
You think there's a Canadian?
no, that's okay, but because they're paying a differential.
We should put a different rate on the site and just charge a different rate for that, but there's no way to actually.
Sure, well, you can implement it, but there's no way to verify.
There's no way you can verify.
We can verify.
Which is like, if here's out of 10 people.
It's
Literally, how is that charged?
so not work, I would say, we'll choose lower rate every single. It's not a single person that will go, oh, well, I'm really outside the area, so I'm gonna pay the $5.59, they're gonna say, yeah, I live on this street.
The other thing that I do think that you would run into on that is I think that you'd have work in Saranac Lake, say, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to pay $600 or double the rate because I'm, 2 minutes over the line. Like, I think you're gonna run into that similar type of annoyance.
You can go pay $239 at Playa Raybrook then.
I'm just saying, I think, and then you're gonna, like, we're going to any direction that you go, you're gonna get the same
It's fine.
return.
Yeah.
Fine.
Like, yes.
And so then it's just very hard to qualify it.
Because I'm just trying to see, we can't continue. To raise expenses 8% and bring in 3% revenue. It's just not feasible. No,
Well, that's why I'm saying this is.
So glad I think with a friend.
well, let's not go that far. It's like you're on the line.
Sorry, I'll delete this part out.
That's why I'm saying, let's maybe come up with a number, a higher number you wanna get. And if we bump these up every year a little bit more, you know, I mean, not talking big ones here, but we can get to that higher amount faster.
Cause that 5% is on your shoulders, by the way. Of the overall budget.
So, yeah, so, Dick, I'm just repeating to, let's see if I can clarify. You're thinking of having a 3-year projection increase to kind of map out what the next 3 years look like, with the increases and the generated revenue.
But, I mean, we're raising it $20 theoretically here, okay? Is $20 per person, per membership, covering a lot of our costs?
No, $20 increase is $1,400 of new
That's what I
revenue.
mean.
That's not.
So
We're
permanent.
saying increments.
I know, but those
And the
increments don't
increments-
cover it.
Correct, it's the membership, it's not intended to cover expenses. Greens fees and parks do.
Yeah.
You lose money on every single member that plays.
I know,
Four
I know.
times.
No, let's lose less.
Well, okay, I mean, then we have to, then, if you take.
Round number 350, does that help anyone? Look, you put it out there, you started it.
Again,
Then you lose 10%.
Go ahead, you wanna spit something out, go for it.
the way to raise revenue at Greens fee is not, it's actually better to reduce the number of memberships, open up more times. So the course can still look good, because it's a challenge with 700 members to keep the course looking good for the number of actual T slots that we filled with non-members this summer. And members in play, you're trying to keep the course at a pristine enough level that you increase the number of outside people to come in and play. So we're trying to do that this year this coming year, by creating more presence online, better marketing, social media, online tea time bookings. Those things in and themselves will raise quite a bit of additional revenue, I believe.
Low cost.
As long as they book ahead and the members aren't.
Members, right, as long as those tea times exist, but members will still have to book
Yeah.
their tea times, which is also something that was implemented this year. Which had not been done previously, members could just show up anytime, still a few do, but largely they have gotten used to having to book times. And now it'll be that much easier for them. There'll be more available slots for people to play prime time if we have fewer. But the whole point that Eric and I are trying to do is do it at an incremental rate that doesn't have you all tarred and feathered out on the closest flagpole. So you go to 350. The knee jerk reaction to that could then drop us too low. To then not have enough.
See, that's my point, yeah.
Well, I think we're just throwing, like, there's no real data that can point to the impact of whatever specific, we're just throwing numbers out there, so I don't know how productive.
I mean, I'll just say that when.
I'm not challenging what you're saying, but I do
No,
see
I'm
that,
saying
like,
like when Lake Placid Club went to online booking, their tea time or their revenue increased 200%.
Mhm.
For just online booking. But they had a far bigger and more coherent. Not even just coherent, they actually had a marketing plan. They're buying Google ads. Things are showing up much higher if they search Lake Placid for golf courses. We're gonna be at the bottom of the fold and they're gonna be like number one and they're in the sponsor ad.
okay,
And so they're I mean, there was a reason why it was 200%, but to think that we would go up 30 or even 40%. Pretty, I think it's.
Part of that 200% as well is not only online bookings, but you have to go physically check in at the clubhouse. So if you play the lower course, just because you book a tee time online, you still have to check in at the clubhouse.
Sure.
Which now you know exactly who's out of your course.
This is something we're gonna do?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, they have, to, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no, they still have to, because when they book, they put a credit card, but they're not actually charged. Till they come into the clubhouse.
Okay.
And actually do it.
Members, this will be, members will have to check in. as
Yeah,
well.
no, everybody always has.
Well, let me throw this out. If we charge,
Okay.
if we charge $350.
309.50.
But if we charge $350 or $310,
Or
we decrease,
3 cents.
potentially decrease the members. We made a little bit more revenue, which, okay, that's your point there, but we also maybe eliminate some members. They come and play on a daily, a ground.
Well, and that's the thing is, I don't,
I'm just throwing that out.
yeah, I don't. In the long term, that might happen, I think you'll recoup some people, but the immediate knee-jerk reaction is gonna be, they're gonna be so pissed off. That they will not be a member, they will not come back.
I just threw that
So,
out.
you know what I mean?
You know what I
Like,
mean? Because then you make a little bit of revenue, a little bit, okay, but you also lower your
Right.
membership.
I think, right, which is, right, I understand that is the end goal, but I think it quickly. Just means that you will lose the person and they just won't even come play out of spite. And that's not. What
When are you guys up for reelection?
Ever.
2000 and,
Next year. I think.
No, 2 years.
2 years.
okay, so next year I'm the only one that's up, these prices are gonna double. It'll guarantee I will not be your last reelection.
Well,
All right, so we need to settle on rates and move on.
So these are his recommendations,
Yeah,
let's go,
You gotta.
after all of that.
Okay,
Oh, by the way, Rico, I thought of the defense about when I was trying to fight you on that. The defense is that you don't pay for artistic taxes. I like thought my own argument. Talk about Saranac Lake and Keene.
Okay.
You know that I think our students.
Have a good argument.
So. We're going to 269, is that what?
yeah,
69.
As long as you're okay with that.
360.
Two,
I don't know.
269, 350. $299 if it's membership, and if there is still a straggler
comes in.
member that comes in, we will still be courteous to let them in, but the point is to. But this will be the second year, I really don't think there'll be that, so the intent is to actually open up membership by mid-December. So that the window to buy is much larger and it will be all done online.
Then, if your intent is, you're thinking, are you, next budget season, or do you have something in mind in numbers for next year, 2026 or 2027, 2028? Like the increase?
Yeah, so I think we would go to 279 or 269, 289. Yep, and then we'll see how the 299 does, because no one's gonna take it after. I think you're gonna see so many people that will take it before June 1st, that even having that middle one. Really won't even be needed, they'll just have already figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll be getting it early, sure, we can bump it to $20, but I think there's gonna be so few in there anyway.
and people are familiar with this because of Whitebase too.
all right, we better stay 15 minutes for you.
We haven't
talked about-
We haven't I got like 4 other departments.
You wanna
I
have
know.
to get classified?
We wanna go.
While we're on the
class it?
rate.
Whatever you, because Amy's gonna leave at 5, and we're gonna need another day for you. Well, we gotta.
So if you want, we can go to youth commission, fine, that's the other.
You pick what you think we can tackle it.
Oh, and 15.
We
Yeah.
want to pay for it.
Yep, it's do toboggan. Toboggan. That was pretty straightforward. Straightforward except for the potential of a new building. But I only put that in not as a request for this year, as much as it is for discussion and cost, that really hoping that next year. That we. I don't need the be there for.
So the building is the only.
That's the major, so, there are a couple of other smaller increases, We need to get in a rotation of replacing some sleds. Which used to be done before COVID, but since COVID it's not been done.
Which sheet should we go through first?
So go on the third one of these.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're in this, you're on page 36.
36.
At one point, we purchased sleds. And we bought extra.
I mean, I have no extra, I mean, they're all in.
I mean, that's what I mean, I know they're hard, but.
Yeah, they're in.
Oh.
Is the only place to have it.
Yeah, when we bought them last.
So I proposed $8,300 for sleds. And I'd also like to get another one of the bigger Milwaukee light towers. We have 2 out there right now, but that gives us one really small one. And those that were out there last winter, that little small one doesn't do anything. It doesn't, in the vastness of the darkness out there, you might as well not have it.
Let's just back up. How many?
15, 12 to 15. It depends on the ratio between the small and the big. That's something I would like to add in as a reoccurring charge for the next couple of years until we can replace the whole fleet.
How much do you have?
Revenue.
I think that should be a.
I had no idea. that-
So it's
I mean, that's-
standing budget, item, because you're
Like
gonna.
what we're saying,
Right, it's a big break and we repair them as much as we can, but if the slats break, we can't really replace the slat.
It was at the top, 34.
Um,
It's second line down, 65.
What was?
So I suggested. The increase on telephone because that more accurately reflected what it had been the past couple of years. Same with electricity. That was pretty much it. So.
So we're looking at plus 20,000. In green for revenue compared to.
So,
Yeah.
So 45, you're saying the request is 45.3, your projected revenue was 65.
Yeah.
So we're 21.
Well, and that, those expenses include the approximate $25,000 for the replacement ticket for the building, which you said he doesn't necessarily need this year.
I could, if we had agreed, I could probably put a new roof on it. The shingles are shot. If we put shingles on it, it would last for 2 years. We just repainted it. You know, there's a couple boards that, we could put some minimal, expense into repairing it here this fall. And it'll last up to 2 years.
So with a new building at this point, same footprint.
No, it would be bigger. So the point would be to create both a space to store the sleds and work on them. Right now, there's enough space to work on the sled that's damaged with, take them back down to the showgrounds or out to Craig first working. And then it would give us an area too that would be like a little bit more of like a warming area. People could get
That'd be nice.
outside. And then, there'd be windows on that side. I know we can't do like hot cocoa and food and stuff like that, but maybe we do. I did the toboggan sled in like Placid t-shirt or beat and things we could do. Create a difference.
Stickers, people buy that.
Yeah, when we assigned shirts. It's a great idea. but I was
We
like,
could say I
yeah.
survived the toboggan without breaking my back.
And I can add the soup.
But why did you just said that because of the right permit to sell hot cocoa,
Correct.
not to say that we
Right.
can't.
I think there was.
Because of a village.
There was a village thing that said that we couldn't do it. I mean, I was, yeah.
You just can't sell hot
You
cocoa.
can't compete with vendors.
But if we,
So if we put it out for RFP,
Yeah.
then a private individual.
we got a food truck.
Which reminds me, Rick did your church finish the survey?
Yes. The.
How, cause it goes past. the
that
kayaks.
rack is The church property.
So then when we pull a truck down there, are we parking on any part of church?
I wouldn't worry about it.
No, it's kind of.
The only
yeah,
thing
where the
that
line is.
it's just past, it goes on an angle, just past the.
That's just good for you to.
We were going to allow it, but Janet said we couldn't make them indemnify
Yeah,
the church. So it's like, just open air. So
So I think if everybody's okay with us placing on it and a couple of the trim boards. It would be good for 2 years.
One was a Main Street.
well,
The last.
What do you-
500 to 3,000.
what are you guessing that is, 12 by 24?
Yes,
Imagine I'm pretty close.
yeah,
Between the labor and buying shingles and just going out and buying metal. You might consider just throwing metal up there and it's on quick and it might turn into 3 years.
well, right, and maybe you could save the tear off cost too. 'cause we
Right.
just Metal right over the top.
Exactly, so it's just an option.
So is this are we gonna like cut this line down? Or do we cut
Oh,
it
yeah.
down to 1.5, or do we
Yeah,
wanna
you
save
should-
some for like a 2 year sort of build up for revision that we have?
They could put metal on there, even with the labor for $5,000,
I'd say
$6,000.
Cut it out. At this point with it, that's on.
No, but I just want you to, for now, because I think they also have a plan to be able to have a
Exactly.
vending space there.
In a lounge space for like facility.
I don't think you can have, I don't think there's enough room in lounge space to have the public go. I'm just talking about like.
Well,
vending
not
space.
with what's there, we can't do any of that, what's
Yeah.
there. We
More
have to
standing
replace-
room where it's not just.
With a new one.
not this-
No,
No,
not this year, I was
Yeah.
saying in the next couple of years, you would.
Yeah, no, I would dig into that bank and like put a bigger building there. I would keep the same, about double the size of
We
the
gotta talk
building.
to
I was gonna say, talk to the.
Right, right, understand all that.
So if we took that figure, took 20.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we get a winner, that $65,000 in revenue goes to 100.
Mhm.
Well,
But I.
Right, right, maybe I
Right,
kept it the
18
same,
days,
I kept it, I kept it the same as what we had made this year because.
Session.
18 sessions.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the year before, it was 8,
Yeah.
so it is wild fluctuation, that's why I'm not like all of a sudden putting in there like. Thinking we could do
Yeah.
better
Well, it's
because,
a Olympic year too, it's where everyone was. Because it was.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
have
budget
talked with both USA Luge and USABS about. Putting up some signage there and having some athletes out for some days if they're in training
Awesome,
early on, so, I mean, that's some discussion.
that's a great idea.
I emailed for a quote for to design those times.
Jeremy, though, I guess I was going back to design, we made me think about very quickly, 2 years ago, I think Derek was there, when Northwood presented about the idea.
Yeah.
And they were
Taking it over.
yeah, they were super far fetched, but it was kind of cool to see like kids brainstorming ideas. So maybe it would be interesting to go back to Northwood or to the high school to say like, think about what you could do in this space, because it's a great way to engage like kids and.
So I think it's just a conversation with the village first to say, you get
But I
approval
think that would
for
be
that.
awesome, like make them do it, like, here are the locations of. You got the town, you got the village, figure this shit out.
Right?
We have trouble.
All the time.
That's what the kids do.
Every single,
Okay.
were you at that work session? Northwood?
Yes, yeah.
Every single group had it going onto the beach,
Yeah.
staying on the lake.
Yeah.
If we did that, we could run it all winter.
So-
Great ideas.
They did.
If you put people in life jackets, we could run it all.
That's true.
That was fine.
A free cup of hot cocoa.
But yeah, two,
So simple
And
enough,
license.
showgrounds, there was only just one where I just said that we really should be, consumables should be at 3,600. Is that more accurate reflects? Other years, it fluctuates pretty wide. That was it for showgrounds, I didn't say anything else specific. I did tell Trent is looking at all of the buildings there. the vinyl on that, pretty spent. So that is a long-term thing that we're gonna have to replace for the next 5 to 6 years. Because the weed whackers are doing that much damage, which is also just a sign that the vinyl's getting brittle. Yes.
And you have
But-
water lines.
Yeah, did I put in for?
You could, yes, you added.
Where?
Remember, make sure Amy did not.
Oh, yeah,
Water
sorry.
second.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I had increase, just slightly increase of $6,000 for building repairs and maintenance. Because zero turns, they have 2 on there, older units, but they're breaking down quite a bit. And as long as we still have a tent pad company that decides to leave stakes in the ground, we're always gonna run over some. That's caused some expense there.
Their insurance.
And then,
Sugar and professional service.
service. Where's that?
2035.
Oh, this is on works.
Also up on the top of yours,
I have no idea what was in there.
So budget 25 is 50, but only spent 16. Budgeted for 26 is 20.
by any chance,
Actually, maybe master plan.
I can see what it is.
it's probably Swazi.
Oh, it could be that. Probably
Stormwater.
Strong. So I did increase the grounds repair and maintenance there to 20,000. Broke a lot of water lines this last year. So,
And of course, you know why.
yeah,
Pressure reducing.
and having them come up is also gonna be an expense to have it serviced every.
And I don't know if that charge was, because that was about $15. That's the 60.
I don't think so, I think Brad said that they paid.
That's good.
They. I don't think he's gonna be paying for it,
Love when someone else.
so sure.
So will that take care of the problem?
No, and within a couple of years, we need a whole new one. And it wasn't just, but it had been touched in 15 years. I suspect,
He said
I suspect
regular
the
maintenance, it was gonna last.
new one wasn't in until we put the new water line.
Right, right.
That, this is.
Those were the only adjustments I had.
Good work, out Jeremy.
So we'll see the next, I mean, the other ones are the big things.
Do you
Yeah.
set a date with Amy? For.
Right, so then, so the big ones left are athletic fields and camp plans.
No, regardless
Okay,
of
so
that,
can you do,
that to that,
can you do one more?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
because that's,
Yes.
Okay.
I understand.
We want to only stay with Wednesday and Thursday, or can I add in the,
What about
Next
Tuesday, the
Tuesday.
20th? Or, yeah, it's next Tuesday.
Darcy,
that's next Tuesday?
Darcy's on
No, she's not. There's nobody. Darcy's on Wednesday,
Darcy's on the 26th.
Wednesday, sorry, 21st.
21st, okay?
I can't, but
Oh, you get out of.
yeah, I get to go to.
You wanna do that Monday at 3:30? I can do that.
Whatever.
What do you guys?
Monday, the 20th? Is that better for everybody?
Okay,
Yeah.
that
Okay,
okay with you? 3:30.
yes?
So the only, and I just want to ask a question for just clarification, so. So, do that, you and I talked about this, but just understand process, like, I didn't make any adjustments we could on personnel side. Because when we had talked, it was about, there was the equalization question,
Right,
and so that's why I didn't do anything there, that's my understanding, it's a separate conversation, so I don't know
yes,
how that all.
our last session. That we'll do the personnel. And right now, our last session, the 23rd. So that's 2 questions. Last week. We could wrap up personnel like Monday the 27th, or Tuesday the 28th. But do you know the date when we have to declare over tax cap?
He cannot find anything, everything has to be done November, yeah.
I know the county will,
We have searched all over,
Last year
trying to
we had
find when
notification.
the notice had to be. out,
yeah,
And we can't find anything, Kathy did.
I will ask Monday.
Or either that or we look at the last year's meeting was.
Uh,
I mean, next to
Put the notice
that.
in my, something.
Remember, we had quite a crowd here.
When do you from that convention for?
I just- Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Are you just watching the news and see what the current administration, how they communicate? There's just make stuff up.
You're from Democrats, how can?
do you see the
But
deficit?
that's at least.
The notice for the hearing be published at least 5 days prior, which is effective. Sure.
Yeah, I think it's just like anything else, and you get.
Ooh. shoot. Never been here.
Did we already set our public hearing? Is it the same night as our?
And the other thing, sorry, is that we have to publish the voting of the 5 of us and Penny and Maureen.
Last year, it was at our October meeting, we scheduled a public hearing, because we scheduled it in advance, just in case, and then not doing
If we schedule it for our November board
it.
meeting.
But we did it on.
That was the public hearing.
Well, no, we scheduled, because you had to
Schedule it.
publicly schedule.
Yeah, schedule that.
We missed it.
All right, so.
I don't think we missed a deadline, we just had to have a special.
We did, I think, you just have to have a special meeting.
And when,
Yes, but like I'm saying, we have to do that.
we had the public hearing on Wednesday, October 30th, here,
No, I don't think that was a public hearing.
the hearing was at 5. We scheduled it at the October board meeting.
When did we have to, like, budget?
November 20th.
November.
Number 20.
So we'll do it
Do you know
13th.
the answer? You don't know the answer.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So-
Jeremy.
Thank you for calling in. Can we,
We don't-
so, do I still have to hold on those rates, or can we start building those rates into the new website?
We agreed on those rates.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we weren't clear.
Really? You didn't get that message? No.
I was
We
confused.
just steamroll forward now.
I was
So excited.
confused.
Let's revisit it.
Yeah.
$7
We
million.
went to 350.
Whatever.
No.
Let's do it again next year. Re-elect me next year. It's $400.
Derek, recording this.
Watching, otherwise I got.
It's 501.
I had it from last year.
It's 501.
Or it's-
I know we didn't get enough done for you, but it was a good sign.